Hey, ladies, welcome back. I hope everyone had a
Hi.
wonderful, wonderful week.
Oh, it was great. It was the weather was just so nice. How can you argue with anything
It's
anymore?
getting nice.
Did everyone have a
The
chance to get
pollen
out?
count. The pollen count.
No, girl,
Oh yeah, the
my
pollen
eyes
count
have been itching
killer.
like crazy. Yes, pollen count. So, ladies, I think Bonnie reminded us last week that this is Women's History Month. So
Yeah.
March is Women's History Month. So I remember that I had this wonderful T-shirt. So I just want to show it off a little bit here. So we have got
Oh,
on here.
nice.
So that's Harriet Tubman. There's Michelle
Yes.
Obama, Nina Simone. We've got who's that up there's and oh,
The
you
one
just
who
spoke
was on the
about her,
bus.
Maya
Coretta Scott
Angelou.
King.
Yes.
Yes.
Angela Davis over here on this side.
Yes.
Yes. Who else? Harriet Tubman.
You
Is
got
that
the
Maya Angelou at the top?
Yes,
yeah, but
Maya
you got the one
Angelou. We got
over
Mhm.
here
Zora
who was
Neale
on the
Thurston,
bus. The one who was on the bus.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa
Yes.
Parks, right.
And Zora Neale Thurston
Yes.
over here rather. Yes. So, and Wendy, you probably
Where
don't
did you get
know.
the shirt from?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Wendy, you know, when we were all supposed to meet at the Black Wall Street.
That I didn't meet at,
Yes,
yes.
yes. They had lots of cool vendors, lots of cool vendors.
Shout out to Black Wall Street.
Yeah, shout out to Black Wall Street, Atlanta, Georgia.
All right.
So this was a T-shirt. I bought this T-shirt there, and when you said it was Women's History Month, because I never worn it, I remembered that I had it. So now
Okay.
I have to wear it. Wait, I gotta wear it like 3 or 4 times, different places this month.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
yeah,
yes. It's a beautiful shirt.
it
Beautiful.
is. Great
Thank you.
color.
Thank you so much. So hey, listen, everyone out there, we have shared with you, and hopefully we brought you some good information on online dating scammers. We've also shared with you some wonderful questions to ask when you're trying to get to know someone to know whether or not you want to move forward with them. So don't forget, if you enjoy what we talk about, we need you to like, share, leave us a comment, and click that little bell at the top. Let us know that you are interested in knowing when we have some new content, because we have new content every single week. So this week, Wendy, what are we going to talk about this week?
This week we are talking about pitfalls to online dating.
Oh, there are pitfalls,
There
scammers,
are
pitfalls.
Yes,
They're
I,
gone.
I think I fell in each and every one of these.
No,
Oh
don't say that.
no.
But I'm gonna do better though. I'm gonna do better after this.
So what are the pitfalls, Wendy? What are the pitfalls?
Okay, well, number one, and I wrote it down. I didn't write down verbatim the way
Oh,
you.
that's fine. That's
Okay,
fine.
okay. Speaking for longer than an hour, but not getting a date out of it.
Can I just say something, guys? Remember when we were listening to there was, well, one particular woman that we were listening to, or we had listened to, and remember she said that when you first meet a guy, don't spend more than 20 minutes on the phone with him, and don't always answer his calls when he calls. Don't make yourself readily available. So I guess that's in line with that as well. That's the starting point, right, Wendy? Would you say?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about the 15, 20 minutes, but definitely not an hour. Okay. Okay. Number two, should we go on?
Yeah, keep
Tell
going.
me.
Okay. So number two is you give out too much information. That first one, I wrote this down on the second one, but it really belongs to the first. They call that a time waster. Okay.
Oh yeah, the one that sits there and talk. Yeah, now okay. So let's be honest. I done ran into a lot of time wasters. I'm going to tell you right now.
That's all I read into.
A
Well,
TW.
wait. Let me
We're gonna
understand
we're gonna
something.
code them. We're gonna code them. They're TWs.
Okay, but wait a minute. Let me understand something. The conversation between you and the person is an hour, or you're just talking to the person for an hour and they're listening. I'm kind of
No, it's
confused.
two-way.
No, you're
It's
actually what I had. My experience was a very good conversation, Bonnie, just back and forth,
Right. That's what I
and
would think.
it might have been 2 hours.
So wait a minute. So
two-way,
you
Wendy.
so wait. So you're in a conversation like this, you got to be on your end doing like this, and after 15, 20 minutes, then you have to excuse yourself from the conversation like, oh, you know what, we probably have to talk tomorrow because I gotta go water the plants or whatever. I don't know.
No,
I mean, well, what do you do? How do you stop a good
you
conversation?
got an appointment or you got a something. I don't know. What's good, Chris?
No, you got an appointment, or you have to make a phone call. You know, you have a scheduled phone call, a conference. You can come up with something.
But you have to start off with that, right? Because you can't just be in the middle of the
No,
conversation.
yes, you can. Why
It would
not?
be rude to the person.
No, that's not being
You
rude.
say, you know what?
Hey,
I could talk to you for. I could tell now. I could talk to you for
Oh, I
hours.
like that, Wendy.
Yeah.
I like
Okay,
that.
that's good.
I like
I
that.
have an appointment, or I'm expecting a call.
Or I'm expecting company.
I'm
Yeah,
having a
okay.
meeting, whatever.
Okay.
But
That's a great.
I liked how you
Yes.
prefaced that. But Bonnie, you
Yes.
can also be polite and say, you know what? I completely forgot to let you know that I was expecting another call, and I'm going to have to cut our conversation short. But I would love to talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Now I got it. I
And
got
then
it.
never call him back.
I got it. I got it. So in that, wait, okay, now I'm sorry, I missed something again, and I apologize. We have some more questions, but I got to get this
But
one
that's
right.
okay. That's okay.
Okay, so you really in that 15 minutes realized that he was already a time waster, but you were in a good conversation. So
So it's really okay. So it's not. How can it be a time waster if you?
if you're enjoying the conversation.
Yeah.
No, I've been on the phone with guys and spoke to them for an hour, 2 hours, and that was it. That was a time waster. So
Well,
Like they never
I didn't
called you
get out of
back.
I didn't end the conversation because I didn't know that he was going to be a time waster.
But how do you know he's a time waster? Because he doesn't call you back, or you don't hear from them again.
Well,
Or-
they just said that's a pitfall. You don't get a date out of it. He didn't invite you out to dinner. He didn't say, "Oh my God, I'm enjoying speaking with you. I'm enjoying talking to you. Let's have dinner this week. Let's do a meet and greet or
But
something."
you're not going to get it the first time. Maybe.
Yeah,
So
I normally do. Yeah.
Oh,
Chris does.
I know, no, I know.
okay, lucky you, Chris.
Wait. Except for the man that wants the woman to be completely submissive.
Okay,
But you know what, though? I mean, come on.
I talked to somebody for
really?
3. Wait. Then I got you all beat. I talked to somebody for 3 months. Okay, before we got a date. 3 months.
Really?
Okay? 3 months. We
That
just
was a big old TW.
Okay, how did that work out, Bonnie?
I did wind up going out with the person. But anyway, it was because it ended not so good. But neither here nor there. It was every now and then we talked on the phone, but it went like for like 3 months, and then I did wind up saying, well, you know what are you gonna ghost me, or you what? Why don't we meet? Why don't we not meet?
He was a time waster.
Yeah, he was. It was.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so TW. Okay.
So what
I
else you
guess
got?
mine was a few weeks, and then Valentine's Day came, so that tell you have been that long ago. And he texted me that morning, "Happy Valentine's Day."
That
was it. Crickets.
TW time waster. But you
maybe I was supposed to call, guys. I don't know, but it just yeah, that was it.
time waster. And
That
you
was-
know,
okay,
and Bonnie,
so-
and just real quick, Winnie, before you move on, you can kind of get a sense, you know, when you're talking to somebody, whether or not they're a time waster or not. You get a sense at the end. You be like, oh, I'm never going to hear from him again. I can tell. Because I've said that to myself sometimes. But then there are other times where I was like, that was a great conversation. I wonder why, you know, he didn't want to schedule something to get to, you know, go out and do a meet and greet, have a cup of coffee, something simple. But time waster.
I think we probably could have talked if I called, but I didn't. So anyway, I'm going on.
Go ahead. What's the next one?
You wait too long to take relationship offline. You'll only know a person once you meet them face to face. Okay, well, I hadn't quite got to that yet.
So wait, you wait too long you wait. Oh, well, okay. So ladies, so that wanes on what I was saying earlier. Did I wait too long? I only waited 24 hours. And what you said earlier, Wendy, is that there's a rule at least 24 to 48 hours. So I met him on a Thursday. Text a little bit on a Friday, called him on Saturday. So that's only a day. That's just a day. That's 24
Yeah, no,
hours.
no, I think they mean like take it offline, like, like
No,
you
no,
going to another level.
to another level. I know,
Yeah.
I definitely agree
Yeah.
with that. But
No,
even
I think really you'll hear from him again. I think you will.
only
Yeah,
if
I don't think you give it enough time. I
Yeah.
think
only if he calls me, because
I know, but remember when I met that guy at U-Haul that time, and I told you guys, oh, I gave him my number and blah blah blah, and he's never called me. You guys were like, oh no, you got to give us some more time. You got to give it so. Take your own advice, Chris. Take your own advice.
Right.
Don't be so quick to judge.
That's right. That's
okay,
right.
okay, because
All right, moving on to number 4.
Wait, Wendy, did you skip number 2? You give
Did
out too much information.
Oh, I did give out. Okay, so you give out too much information. Well, if you're talking to somebody for 3 weeks, 3 months, Bonnie, you're probably
Yes.
giving out good bit of information.
No,
Well, I think.
I'm
Do you
just,
think
I'm
it's
just
more like?
listening.
Do you think it's more like don't give out so much information right up front? Like maybe if the first 2 or 3 conversations, because some people tell their whole life story. Because I've got some stories in the first conversation, and I'd be like, oh gosh, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
but do we
No,
need do we need too much information so you're not leaving any intrigue, or too much information like you tell them where you live and where you work? And
I think a combination, but I think the intrigue more than anything else.
Okay.
I think I would like to
Okay.
think that that's what it means more than anything else, because
well, I'm gonna tell you one. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
gonna
go
tell
ahead.
you.
No, go ahead,
I'm
honey.
gonna tell you one thing. Tamara Hall. I watched Tamara Hall the other day. I was telling you, Chrissy, and don't tell a man you own a house. Don't tell him you own a house, because you already have just crushed the deal. Okay, because there's an imbalance in the world between men and women, and this is a fact that I just learned. Okay, and if you tell a man that you own a house and he's not on that level, you've already just ended the relationship.
Wow.
I know, that's what I said too.
Bonnie.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just learned it. It is a fact. You know how Chrissy come on with all of those facts? This was a fact, okay? And she had 4 female guests, or I'm sorry, 3 female guests that attested to it. All
Oh,
right.
wow.
So
Well, let me ask. Well, okay. So, but how does you owning a house come up in conversation though? I mean, really, casual.
I'm just saying 3 weeks or 3 months. You
Yeah.
might have no, I'll tell you how it came up. In my conversation, it came up, I was buying a house. I was talking to the guy online, and I was buying a house, and then he went nuts so after that. So
Yeah.
it can come up. You
Yeah.
know,
And it does come up because a lot of men, that especially at our age, they want to know how stable you are. They want to know if you own a house or if you're living in an apartment.
that was in some of our lists. That was in some of our
Yeah.
lists.
They want to know that. I mean, I want to know that. I don't want to know that you're over 60, over 50, and you're living
With
in
your mama.
No, or with your mother. And if you're living in an apartment, not a big deal, because some people know what their level of responsibility is. And if your level of responsibility is maintaining an apartment because that's what you can do, then that's fine. Not everyone likes owning a house. Not everyone likes the responsibility of owning a house. But if you're still living with your mother, and it's not because you're taking care of her, you're a caregiver.
Oh no, they're gonna lie and say they're taking care of her.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they're not going to tell you that they living with their mother because they can't afford an apartment. They're going to say, my mom got ill. I moved in with her. You don't know this. This is what they're telling you. Fact. I'm attesting to this because I know this. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, they're not going to tell you the truth. Okay, go ahead.
So when did you think that's
A
the
moment
case?
of silence.
You said a moment of silence. Wendy. Hey, listen, everyone out there, Wendy said a moment of silence, so I guess I'll say something real quick. Hey, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment, especially leave us a comment on the conversation tonight.
Please do.
And also just click that little red bell at the top so you'll get all of our new content every time we have some new content out there. So,
Okay.
Wendy, go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead, girl.
Okay, number 4. Did we get to number 4?
No, we're on number 4 now.
Okay. So only talk. This is a pitfall. Now I've done this.
Oh, let's see.
Only talk to one person at a time. You can't. So you're supposed to talk to multiple, not talk, chat
Right.
Everything with the multiple people.
You're supposed to
Yes.
or not to.
No, you're supposed to, because if you are not in a relationship, you're not cheating.
It
Right.
really
And then
just
you don't want your
increases your
feelings.
odds.
You don't want your feelings to get, and if you are talking to one person constantly, you start to develop feelings like that. You know, you start
But that's
thinking,
but you want it, but that's okay to develop. But there's nothing wrong with developing feelings because you want to develop a
yeah,
relationship.
but if you're just talking to one person and they're not really into you like that, then your feelings get
Oh, well,
hurt.
then that's true. Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah, if you're talking to
Yeah,
multiple people,
absolutely.
then you're kind of out there. You don't get that feelings thing going on.
Right.
This
No,
is why it's a
absolutely right.
pitfall. This is why. Yeah.
I see.
Uh-huh.
I got that one.
But let me ask you a question, ladies. Have you ever been talking to someone online and you allude to the fact that you're talking to other people and they want you to stop? Not, and this isn't a scammer, because we talked about that's what the
Right.
scammers do. And this person, I honestly don't believe was a scammer, but thought that I should, stop, get off of a line just
Yeah.
because no, we can't do that. Stop.
See,
Well,
that's
I
why.
mean,
That's why I'm not telling you a whole lot of stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm listening. I'm listening and I'm asking. Most of the people I talk to online, even when I get to meet them, they don't really know that much about me. You know, I do put my real age on there, so okay, you got that. But I don't put anything else on there relevant to me that's going to give you any idea about anything. You know,
Right.
I have a real sordid past, and I don't mean negatively. I'm just saying,
I don't know
just
why.
life.
He's
No,
a
no, no.
real sort of.
No, I'm saying about things that have happened. You know, like I never tell anybody my.
Right.
I'll say it now.
You have a very diverse past.
And not even saying it in that respect. It's like I don't tell people about 9/11.
Right, that's diverse. Yeah,
yeah,
Okay,
you
okay,
don't
yeah.
share
That's not
everything.
Yeah,
that's
now
not
I ain't
sorted.
sharing
No,
nothing.
that's not
It's not even
sorted.
anything. It's going to
Yeah.
be a minute before you know I got a daughter until you come to my house and see her pictures all over or something
And
to
you
that.
know what? And I don't divulge a lot of personal stuff about myself, but a lot of surface things, things like, what I like to do, with some of those questions that we were talking about before. Those are more of the things. I don't get into a lot of families
Right.
conversations and what, like, how many people I've dated, because God knows men don't want to know even though they ask you that question, they don't want to know how many men you dated for real.
Right.
It's okay if they've dated 60 women, but if you say you dated 61, you become,
Right. That's why I say
become that person.
some
Okay.
things. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
What?
Hell bashing on this one, guys.
Wait. Wendy, what are you laughing for? Because you dated 62 people?
Yeah. No, how many you dated,
Girl,
Vonnie?
who is
Two.
counting? Okay.
Look, how many you dated, Vonnie? Two.
He said two. And they're gonna look at you with a very puzzled look, Bonnie.
Good. Be confused. I don't care. One thing is,
Okay.
even if I died with you by my side, you'll never ever know.
No,
Okay.
and that's not a question I answer either. So yeah, if I meet you, don't even bother to ask me that, because
Right.
I'm not answering it.
Never.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, and I'm not
Yes.
I'm not going to ask you that either. So
Right. I mean, what difference does it make, really?
it doesn't. It does not make it.
It
Only
shouldn't.
it only makes a difference if you're carrying things with you that I don't want.
Right. Hello.
That's the only time it makes a difference.
There's that right there.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
number
All right.
5.
So we have done the pitfall list, guys.
Oh, so
that was
that's
it?
not.
It was only
so
4
that's not
questions.
too bad. Only 4 pitfalls. That's not bad at all.
Well, I think you picked out the top 4. I think is what you did, right? You picked out the top 4.
How many were there? Were there more than that?
I'm sure.
I may have picked out the top 4 then. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I probably did that. That's probably right. So, ladies, apparently there are more pitfalls, but you know what? As an adult, if you're very astute, and I think most of you are, you'll be able to pick up on those pitfalls before you even put yourself in that position. Because if you're talking to someone, you can kind of get a fix on where the conversation's going, and you'll know what to do and what not to do at that point. So,
I think the best one was the number 1. What's the word TW? Was it
Time
TW?
Time
waster. Time
waster.
waster.
I think that was the out of everything I learned tonight.
That's your
The
takeaway.
TW was, yeah, my takeaway is that TW. Yes.
Because we've all been there.
Yes.
Yours was
Yeah.
3 months. Mine was, a good 3 hour conversation. Wendy, you've had them. We've all been encountered TWs, and you know what, out there, we know you've encountered them too. So beware of TWs, i.e.,
And it
time
even
waster.
went on to say, not, I'm sorry to interrupt you,
Go
but
ahead.
I want to say this before I forget it. It went on to say something about men who like the company of a woman or something like
Oh,
that.
that's right. Yeah, Wendy, that's exactly what it said. It said these are men that are not looking for a relationship. They just like the interaction, the company of a woman. And the company can be that conversation, because
Right.
you don't have to be in someone's person to be in front of them to be in their company. You can be on the phone. So those
Yeah.
are, yeah, they like talking to women,
Yeah.
but they're not interested in necessarily a relationship.
I like that.
TWs.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one I learned. I learned a lot. If I didn't learn anything tonight, I definitely learned that TW.
Wait, that's
Make sure I don't go
in the
down
back
that rabbit hole.
that's gonna be in the back of our head with anyone that we meet, no matter where we meet them at now. It's like, is he a TW?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Well, the
Yep.
more you know, this is educational.
Exactly. But
Yes.
it's fun educational, and it's serious educational at the same time. So we hope that you're taking something away, especially with online dating, because that's, can be scary to some degree, because you don't see the person, you hear the person, but it might not even be that person's voice. People play so many games, so just be careful out there. Ladies, any parting thoughts on, hey, are there any pitfalls that you know of that we didn't mention?
Haven't had enough online experience to know.
Well, but any pitfalls in dating, with things that you should avoid, even when because you can meet people in other in other ways.
I was gonna say,
True.
just recently somebody reached out to me on Instagram.
Okay.
And I didn't really know that, I'm new to everything.
That's okay.
I mean, social media wise is what I mean. So when he reached out, I was like, okay, let me see. He followed me, right? So I was like, okay, let me see if I want to follow him. Let me look at his page. There has some inspirational things, some great pictures on there. So I'll follow him. Yeah. Then he just started chatting.
Okay.
So it can happen on Facebook, Instagram. I dare I say Twitter, right?
Yeah, but it can happen. You can meet someone, through your friends or whatever, and
Yeah,
still fall into some of those pitfalls. You can have a conversation and give out too much information,
right.
at that one time, even if meeting someone in person. So
Yeah.
it's, you just have to be careful altogether.
Yeah.
So once again, ladies, enjoy the month. It's Ladies History Month. And like Wendy said last week, learn something about the fantastic women that have gone before us and left us their legacy for us to build upon, to leave for the next generation. There are some fantastic women who are still out there today, some fantastic women who lived years past. In my shirt, I had a combination of those that are still with us and those that are not with us.
Yes.
So enjoy your month. It's your month. And once again, self-care, you care, the best care.
I agree. I agree.
All right, ladies, any parting words from you, Wendy?
Just have a great week. I hope you ladies have a great week, and everybody out there just make the best of this week.
Everyone, be safe, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and click that little bell up there so you can get all the update content that we put out. We put content out every single week. And you know what? Let us know what you'd like to talk about, because you know what? We'd like to invite you on. At some point, we'll be inviting people on just to sit down and chat with us, because you know what? There is a silver lining, and we are all looking for something in that silver lining, whether it's love, it's companionship, it's friendship, long-term relationship. There is a silver lining. We truly.
Yes.
So have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.
Bye.